Welcome to Fashion Show Reaction with Facial Recognition, where we react to fashion show videos, but with a twist. We apply facial recognition technology so that we can identify the models.
For our 7th episode, we are going to react to Dior's Fall Couture collection for 2024.
Are you ready? Here we go. While we are not very excited about the clothes in the show, we are especially proud of this video as including the designer. The computer makes 60 identifications. Plus, we step in and make 2 human overrides when the computer misidentifies a model for a total of 62 identifications with no unknown models in this show.
As we identify a model, they will be freeze-framed and their name will show in the roster on the left. Sorry, the names on the roster are so small, but with 61 models they had to be small to squeeze them in.
The facial recognition software looks at each of the 30 frames in a second of video and treats them as individual pictures. This is what makes the identifications kind of flicker.
Overall, this show is a trip back to ancient Greece, with a lot of toga-like outfits and a few never-going-to-get-wet swimsuit looks thrown in.
We have this edited pretty tight, so let's just sit back and let the computer do its work.
This dress was not bad as it looks less like a toga than most of the other pieces. This look and a few others are outliers in the show. Here we pair a swimsuit look with a coat,
but it still has the ubiquitous strap-up sandals.
Here we come to a run of not-so-Toga-ish looks.
But don't worry, they will be back. I have a hard time imagining that a couture buyer would pay couture prices for this dress.
Looks like a sack. Okay, if we are going to go back to Togaland, this is actually pretty nice.
But unfortunately, it is the first of 2 manual overrides we had to do for this show. Here we have a patterned fabric, which really stands out in this almost monochromatic show.
That seems standard for Dior.
Sorry to say, but this next look looks like a Halloween costume.
I know that is what really unsophisticated folks say about a lot of fashion that is out there, but this truly looks like a Halloween costume.
You can see the computer struggling a little bit here, and sure enough, this ends up being our second and final override. Here is another sack dress.
I am sure it is made well, but there is nothing to it. But then we do follow that up with some more patterned fabric on a more standard dress.
The pleats of this dress and the cross top literally look like a Greek sculpture.
It is like a magic wind of the gods is blowing ripples in the statue.
Note how the computer identifies Marina even when she is sideways.
I think Sophia got cold and grabbed a carpet and turned it into a shawl. This is a good time to note that there is not one high heel in this show.
It is all flat sandals.
It is also a good time to remind you to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying using facial recognition technology to identify the models.
I have to say that a toga in black is pretty cool.
And I would agree with you.
And here comes our first burst of real color.
Have to say that not the color, but the detail work on this dress is the most couture feeling piece we have seen so far.
It was a bit of a struggle, but we like the hoods chose this for our best look. What looks like a strap here that appears to hold up the toga-like dress is interesting.
This is a piece you would like to touch and see how it is put together.
Isn't this one of the characters on SpongeBob SquarePants?
If not, it should be.
Just make it a cartoon, so Huaja doesn't drown.
It is not her fault.
This fish-scaled swimsuit kind of thing is our honorable mention due to the detail in the fabric and its construction.
Not to mention Farah's contribution to the presentation.
The computer does some nice work during the long parade.
There are 61 models after all, so we are just going to let you enjoy. We did not add Maria to the roster since she is not a model.
But we always get excited when the computer identifies the designer. Let us know if you enjoyed applying facial recognition to a fashion show.
Bye now.
See you next episode.